In Matthew chapter 8 and verse 18, we read this verse. When Jesus saw the crowd, he instructs his disciples, let's go to the other side. So heeding to the voice of Jesus, they all get into the boat. They leave the side that they were at in pursuit of the other side. But somewhere between the side that they were at and the pursuit of the other side, they encountered a very serious storm. Maybe you too have left the side that you were at. And maybe you left the side because you felt that God was leading you to the other side. You've left the side that you were at in pursuit of the other side. And somewhere between, you've got stuck because you seem to have hit a storm as well. The other side could mean a breakthrough. The other side could mean a new beginning. The other side could mean the next level. The other side could be a space where you believe that the promise of God will be fulfilled for you. It could manifest in the way of a new dream. It could manifest in the way of a career. It could manifest in the way of a job, a marriage, a relationship. Anything of these is what the other side could imply. But just like the disciples, you find yourself in the middle, hit by a storm. A storm that threatens to capsize your hopes, your dreams, and even threaten to take you down. And that's where we collectively are, isn't it? It seems like that's where we are. We've hit by the wrath of this pandemic. It seems like someone has just turned up the intensity level of the pandemic to the maximum. Just like one would turn the difficulty level of a video game to make it more interesting, except the pandemic has become more life-threatening. And the storm that's hit us is rocking our boat. The winds around us are howling and it sounds so ominous. The waves are so boisterous and so tumultuous. You know, our hopes are at risk. Our dreams are in danger. And our life seems to be threatened. And right there, the disciples, when they found themselves in the middle, hit by the storm between the side that they were at and the other side, they did all that they knew they could do. They did all that they could do. And in desperation, they cried out, Jesus, do you not care for us? And despite all their efforts and despite all their expertise, it did not yield any results. And maybe you and me, like the disciples, are also crying out as we find ourselves stuck in the middle between this side and the other side. Maybe you and me are also crying out saying, Jesus, do you not care? The disciples found themselves in the middle of the side that they were at and the other side. They found themselves in the middle of a storm. But right there in the middle of the boat was Jesus. And that's so amazing, isn't it? The storm was real, but the fact that Jesus was right there with them was a fact. It was not that Jesus was somewhere far away. It was not that Jesus is somewhere distant, but like he said, he's an ever-present help in times of trouble. And that's the reality for you and me. You and me may be stuck in the middle right now of a storm, but never ever forget that Jesus is with us in our boat as well. And what's interesting, how does Jesus react to this cry of desperation by the disciple, do you not care? It's amazing. It's intriguing, his response. Before he could calm the storm on the outside, he first calms the storm on the inside of the disciples. He looks at them and he says these words. He says, why are you so afraid? Where is your faith? Why are you so afraid? Where is your faith? Maybe that's the word that you and me need to hear as we look around and we see ruin and destruction and death. It seems like we're traversing through the valley of the shadow of death. Jesus seems to be telling you and me these words. Why are you so afraid? Where is your faith? You see, it's in the middle that we learn a few lessons. In the middle between the side where we came from and where we are going at, in the middle where we are stuck, we learn these lessons. And the lessons that we learn is that it's not all or only our efforts that's going to get us to the other side. We need the help of Jesus. You see, it's in the middle that we learn the lesson that Jesus in the boat, storm or no storm, is the safest place to be in. We realize and learn the lesson in the middle that the life-threatening storm submits and surrenders to the whisper of the Savior. The disciples, yes, did reach the other side safe and sound, but not before they learned that the Savior was indeed the storm chaser, the water walker, the way maker, and the promise keeper. They had a new realization of who Jesus was. They also reached the other side only when their faith level moved up to the next level. And that's what happens when you and me get to the other side. And I want to tell you this, that with Jesus in our boat, you and me too will reach safe and sound to the other side. You see, the storm may delay us from getting to the other side, but it cannot prevent us from getting to the other side. And when we get to the other side, our faith levels also will go up, and our realization of who the Savior is will become all the more clearer. So while you are stuck in the middle, while I'm stuck in the middle right now, let's take the opportunity to smile at the storm, because we know we have the Savior in the boat, and the Savior is the storm chaser. At His whisper, the life-threatening storm will submit and surrender. You will get to your other side. God bless you, and thank you for watching Word in Brief. As always, I would encourage you, if this video blessed you, please do share it with others who may need to hear this. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. You will find content on faith and leadership.